Hello Muggles! Recently I got a pet in Tokyo and I thought it would be a good idea to make a video about it, talk about the process and talk about if having a pet is the right idea for you if you're living in Japan, because there's quite a lengthy process and a lot of pet owners I know in Japan it didn't end well. So I just want to make sure that people know what they're going into before they get a pet. Okay, so first of all, the most important thing I must say is if you're looking to get a pet in Tokyo, it doesn't matter if you're foreigner or Japanese, I really recommend against getting one from a pet shop. Because if you've been to Tokyo before, you've seen that there's literally hundreds of pet shops and they're all around Tokyo and they're all very cute and small, and if you've probably seen that the animals come in very small boxes and the animals themselves are really small and fluffy and cute, and you don't see a lot of older dogs or older cats or stuff like that, and that immediately is a red flag. It's because a lot of the pet shops are actually run by the Yakuza, and these animals do come from puppy mills and really bad places where they just force impregnate cats and dogs and ship them to pet shops, and the moment they grow up to not be so cute and small anymore, they get euthanized, and an incredible amount of cats and dogs get euthanized in Tokyo every day. So I really want you to not buy from a pet shop. I've had, I've heard the argument a lot, but if I don't buy the animal, then it's gonna grow older and it's gonna be euthanized. And I get where you're coming from when I see them all cute in their little cages and I want to free them, but that means that you're also putting money into a system that's harming animals, and I think the less money in that system, the less chance, eventually it's gonna go under if we just stop putting money into it, and the less money that goes into it, the less money they have for doing evil things. So yeah, that's the first thing. I'll introduce you. This is my new cat. His name is Hades. In Japanese, I guess people call him Hade-chan because Hadezu is kind of hard to say in Japanese, so yeah, people have been calling him Hade-chan. Let's have a look. I actually wanted him to join me for my video, but he's sleeping. Basically, this all started a few months ago. I was going home from the supermarket and I heard this meow, and there's kind of I don't know how many months old this was, it maybe like a 4-month-old kitten that was a stray, and it was just out wandering around, and every time I went to the supermarket I'd buy it some cat chicken, I guess, and just feed it every day, and it got really attached to me, and he would or she would always come up and nuzzle me. I thought it was really cute, but I didn't know a lot about cats, so I thought maybe it wouldn't be a good idea if I took her in. I posted her on Instagram and someone mailed me and said that they really fell in love with this cat that they saw on my Instagram stories, and they had the resources and time, they knew so much about cats, and they wanted to take her in. And I thought, that would be perfect, because I don't really know so much about cats, I didn't have time to research, so that would be perfect. So I made sure that this was a stray, it just wasn't someone's cat. A particularly cold night, I went out and she was shivering. She was still a baby, so she didn't really know how to keep herself warm, so I scooped up and brought her home, informed the person from Instagram, and the person, she said she was going to come to my apartment. I didn't know this person up until this point. She seemed really reliable, she had a good job, yeah. But then the day that she came, she said that actually it wasn't going to be her that was taking the cat, it was going to be a guy that she knew, and that was immediately a red flag, but I thought, maybe, I trust her, it will probably work out. And the guy came, he seemed nice, he came with another friend, so it was a lot of people in my kitchen, and they took the cat away. I named the cat Nora. Nora is like stray cat, Nora Neko, stray cat in Japanese. So they took Nora away, and that I told them many times that I got really attached to this cat, and if it didn't work out, please tell me and I'll come pick her up and bring her back, because she's been through a lot and I don't think like she needs to be thrown around across different people or whatever. And it was like, yeah, absolutely. And then a few months later I mailed them asking about the cat, and neither of them replied. So I kept mailing them, and eventually the guy said that actually his apartment couldn't have cats, and he had to get rid of the cat. And I'm like, where did the cat go? Can I have Nora back? And he said, no, I gave her to a Japanese couple that I'm on a Japanese website, kind of like Craigslist, and I was really like, I was livid, I was furious, because, you know, I told them just bring her back because I really started to miss this cat at that point. And I said, okay, well, just give me the contact details of them and I just want to see a picture of her to make sure she's okay. And they never replied, and both of them ghosted me. So they seem like normal people, but my theory is that the cat just, maybe they left the door open and Nora run away and they were kind of embarrassed about it or something. I don't know, they're hella shady. I'm mad that they ghosted me. Even if Nora had something happened to Nora, I just wish that they would have told me and kept it honest. So yeah, that was a whole experience, and that made me really depressed for like 2 months, because I really felt that I really found Nora and I should have kept Nora here. And the whole time I started researching about cats, because I thought, you know, like that was a good bonding experience for me, and maybe I should take in a cat like I did with Nora. And I've done enough research now, so I'm sure that I can take care of one. And I looked online. There's a lot of good places in Tokyo and Japan in general for taking in cats and dogs. I recommend Arkbark. They're mostly Kansai based, but they do, you can foster cats and of course adopt them in Tokyo. A fantastic group is the Japan Cat Network. It's a Facebook group, and they post if they have any stray cats that need homes. It's quite frequent. They have old cats, they have young cats, and they have a website where you can apply too. But they also post a lot of information, and people post asking for help about their cats and post cute pictures. It's a really good page to follow, even if you're not looking to adopt a cat, you just like cats. Yeah. There's a lot of Japanese ones too, like Pet Home, I think, where you can get cats and dogs. If you just type, you know, like dog shelter, cat shelter Tokyo, lots will come up. I find that the Japanese websites can be a little bit strict. I got turned down because they wanted someone who was over 30, and they asked lots of weird questions, like they didn't want someone to take the cat that if you're planning to get married or if you're planning to move apartments. And I can't promise that I won't. I'm planning on moving, so that was impossible. You also have to attend a seminar, and they have a home visit. I'm, of course, like, whoever is gonna give me their cat, I wanted them to come and check out my apartment, but I think like a seminar, particularly at the moment when we couldn't leave the house, it just wasn't a good time. So I didn't go down that avenue, but I mean, the things they're doing are, you know, they're good. They just want to check that the right people are gonna get the cat. The Japan Cat Network as well, you know, they have to do a home visit, but I mean, you shouldn't be having a pet if you don't have a home to keep the pet. Yeah, so those are really good websites I really recommend. So yeah, I was looking for an adult cat. I wanted like a older cat, maybe one that didn't have a lot of time left. I wanted just a sleepy, lazy cat, kind of like me. But I applied to some, but like some of them had medical conditions. It was like a lot back and forth. Then someone actually contacted me and said that their friend had kittens. Their cat, I think, got pregnant unexpectedly, and their landlord wouldn't keep the kittens. And I wasn't really expecting to get a kitten because kittens are a lot of work, but I had so much free time, so I was like, okay, let's do it. But the only problem was that the person had to get rid of them immediately, and I pushed them back as far as they could, because if you're getting a kitten, you should only get them at 8 weeks, but preferably 10 weeks. You know, they need to be around their mom, so they get used to socializing and just learning how to be a cat. But unfortunately, we got this cat at 5 weeks, so it's still a baby, and it was a lot of work. I had to originally bottle feed him, but he grew out of that very, very quickly. He requires the cat formula milk, and because his stomach's still a little bit weak, so he couldn't proceed to having more solid food, but now he's doing really, really good. The problem is that those cats, if they're removed too easily, too quickly, can have a lot of social problems, but so far he seems to be doing good. The only problems I've had with him are when he's playing, sometimes he'll nip me, so I'm trying to train him out of that. And at first, every time he used his little box, he would step in his poop and then like jump on my bed, so I've had to clean my bed sheets a number of times. But he's already growing out of that. He's really, really smart, and he's growing very, very quickly, so it's a good thing. So far my experience has been really, really positive. I met the person that I was gonna pick him up from. Oh yeah, that's another thing I want to touch up on. Adoption fee is usually 20,000 yen or 25,000 yen, around that mark. And if people don't want, I mean, there is an adoption fee because they need to make sure you're serious and you're not just gonna get a free cat and then, I don't know, I don't know what you do with a cat, but I know people are crazy. And yeah, I paid 20,000 yen, which also check that, you know, the price is low, because if someone's charging a lot of money, it makes it seem like they're breeding them for money, which isn't a good idea either, unless they're like a certified breeder. So 20,000 yen adoption fee is a good price to look for. Of course, if you go to a pet shop, you can pay upwards of 100,000 yen for one cat, which is ridiculous. My old housemate, she actually paid 80,000 yen for a regular tabby cat, which was not a good idea. So yeah, thank you for watching. If you have any questions about adopting any kind of pet in Tokyo, please leave me a comment. I just ask that before you get the pet, you think about it and make sure that it's right for you. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe.